Let's.
Good evening, bright people. Good evening, bright guests. Good evening, Toastmasters. I am Priyansh Tripathi, and I welcome you all to the 58th meeting of Bright Hearts Toastmaster Club. Before starting the meeting, I'll tell you about Toastmaster. Toastmaster International is a non-profit organization which helps you build your public speaking and leadership skills. Here, members deliver speeches, practice impromptu speaking, and receive feedback in a constructive environment. Founded in 1924 with over 270,000 members spread across 148 plus countries. In our usual Toastmaster meeting, we follow few of the ground rules. Please switch off your mobile phone or keep them in silent mode. I'll give you 10 seconds to do that. Please move in the hall or enter or exit the hall only during the applause. Please be mindful when talking about sex, religion, and politics because these are sensitive topics. Whenever you are coming on stage, please follow the protocol of fist bump and make sure to clip on this mic. The restrooms are available, but today they might be available with the access card, which I might be having or Arundhati might be having. You can check with us and then go. Refreshments will be available at the time of break. Now it's time to introduce presiding officer for the day. She is the queen of Bright Hearts Toastmaster. She has recently completed her pathway. I think we should get inspired from her and try to give more speeches and complete our pathways as well. She is the Crescendo 2026 co-chair. She is also the table topic champion in District 92, ISC champion in District 92, and evaluation runner-up. Please help me welcome presiding officer for the day, Arundhati Basu.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Priyansh. It feels like I haven't come to Bright Hearts in a while, although I missed only one meeting, but I guess that's the vibe. So firstly, I think today, apologies for starting off a little late. We had some technical challenges to sort out, and Priyansh here sorted out the technical challenges and then came here and did his essay role. So first, let's give him a round of applause. Well done. Yay, thank you, Priyansh. All right, good evening, fellow Bright Hearts and guests. Good evening. Okay, yes, that energy seems quite apt for today's meeting. Now, may I make a request? Can I just ask all the women, all those who identify themselves as women, to stand up, please? Only women, let me see. Mani is telling Sneha to sit down. Boy, she's our most beautiful women. Okay. So all the women, this is what we're going to do. We all know it's a Men's Day special meeting. So I'd like to start the meeting by only the women giving a huge round of applause to all the men in the room. Thank you. All right, you may sit down. Yes, 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 yes. Sit. This just shows men are like, oh my God, even we have to applaud for ourselves. Right, so let me first begin by wishing all the men in the room a very happy belated Men's Day. Bright Hearts Toastmasters is one such community that actually shows a great amalgamation of men and women, not literally, as a Toastmasters fraternity. Because here, when you walk in through that door, it doesn't matter whether you're a girl or a boy. What matters is you're a Toastmaster. And that is what keeps us going. Toastmasters as a community is a place where equality was never an agenda. Equality is a given. And that is why it makes Toastmasters such a beautiful community. For the benefit of the guests in our room, last year in September, we started a chapter of that community called Bright Hearts Toastmasters here at HSR Layout, and it falls under District 121, which is Southern Karnataka and Kerala combined. In this last 1 year, it has been quite a journey as Bright Hearts. We've had prestigious awards that we've won from the district, but we've also got the highest international recognition of being a President's Distinguished Club. But that is not it. I think in several forms and fashions, our members at Bright Hearts have gone out there and done some great work. Starting off with us winning several awards at Crescendo last year, both in individual and club capacity. And then our members consistently going to different clubs, different events, and representing. And because I was not here last week, I did not get a chance to celebrate our absolutely victorious win at the Ultimate Bluff Master contest with HSR. Let's get We will. Obviously, we have a few folks to recognize towards the end of the meeting, which we will do. And that brings me to the point that we did start our meeting a little late. We will end it a little late. So I'm just asking everyone that please keep time till 7 because we started 10 minutes late. We'll go 10 minutes late. And we might also need a couple of minutes extra to do recognitions for people at that event. So just heads up to everyone. Now, on that note, we have a few guests in the room. So let me take a moment to call upon some of our guests. Shall we start with you, Chinmay? Tell us your name, how you got to know about Bright Hearts, and how you feeling about it.
Yeah, sure. So, hi everyone. I'm Chinmay, and yeah, I work as a software engineer at Capillary Technologies. So, my office used to be in this building only.
Oh.
Yeah, so how I got to know about Toastmasters is like I grew up as an introvert. I did not interact much with people. So, I felt like I should work on my social skills now. And I looked up on the internet and I found some resources on Reddit and all. So, yeah.
Thank you very much, Chinmay. Of course, we're just glad you found the right place to improve that social skills. And given your office was here, I don't know if you can help us solve some hustle hub issues. But no, I'm just kidding. We're having many of them. Ronit, shall we have you next?
Hi, good evening, everyone. So, I am a schoolmate of Sarthak. So, we have been together since 2004. So, I have been here in Bangalore for the past 3 months. So, every weekend I come to Sarthak's place and enjoy my time here. So, this Friday he told me Sunday he is busy. So, I told, why are you busy? So, he told me, he told me he's going to Toastmasters. So, back in my college days in 2018-19, I heard about Toastmasters, but that was just a session that I had attended. But today, first-hand experience. So thank you, everyone, and thank you to Sarthak for bringing me here. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ronit, for coming and joining us. I can tell you that whatever Sarthak has told you, we will not let you down. So this busy evening will continue for you also many more Sundays is what I'm going to hope. We do one last one. So could we have you, if you want to just come here, tell us your name and how you got in.
Yeah. So good evening, everyone. My name is Nishikant. So I work in the HP. So I got to know about Toastmaster because of my friend Vinshu. So we are staying in same PG.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Thanks. Thank you, Nishikant. We are very glad that you're here today, and I can tell you at Bright Hearts, you'll have as much fun as you have with Twinshu in PG. That is for sure. Right, okay. So today we are celebrating International Men's Day. It's one day that I absolutely love. Now, as much as I like to agree that every day is Men's Day, Women's Day, Parents' Day, all of those days, I personally am a big fan of having dedicated days to celebrate occasions because why give up on celebration? But all the more because it's Men's Day. If there is 1% of me that you might like as an individual today, I owe it to a lot of men in my life. I think I am quite a replica of my father, one of my favorite men on this planet who's made me who I am today. But I've also grown up with a sibling, an elder brother, who is probably my biggest defendant. And then I've had amazing friends all through my life, all of whom are men who've never made me feel that as a woman, I'm anything less. So I am very, very grateful for all the men I have in my life because they make me a better version of me every single day. But more than that, I think the world is a better place, is a place for all of us to grow and become better. And for us as women, honestly, this is an absolute honest confession. No matter how much you say feminism or whatever, as women, we like to have nice men around. So I would say the world is a better place with nice men in it. So we can start off with a note of gratitude. Thank you to all the wonderful men at Bright Hearts who's made this community such a nice place for us to come and enjoy week on week and for everything that you do at your home, at your workspaces and everywhere else. So to celebrate all the amazing men in the room, we've got two amazing women. These two are our hosts for the evening. On one hand, we have somebody who's done a couple of professions and is now leading a team of clinical researchers who are doing some amazing research. But to us, she's our very own bubbly, chirpy, and ever happy and ever proactive Toastmaster. And on the other hand, we have another Toastmaster who's Gen Z with more millennial friends, like I always say. But to us, she is our cute little Toastmaster who can give you a run for your money if you ever picked a bone with her. So watch out for her. Two of my absolute favorite Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the TMODs for the day, Toastmaster Nivedita and Toastmaster Arna. Thank you. No. 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 Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Good evening. Today is a special day, as Aru already explained, where we celebrate our counterparts, the fellow humans who do get on our nerves, seriously get on our nerves, yeah, a lot, but then we can't do without them, to be honest, right? So these are, whom we can definitely not live without. So these are the legends in making, the men in our club and their stories. Let it ignite our path today.
From heroic dads who fix everything with duct tape to brave, confident men who don't need instruction manuals. This is your evening. So we welcome you.
Anna, the thing I most admire about the men in our club is their willingness to learn. For example, Priyansh, can you put on the slide, please? Yeah, Akash and Pranav. They are the best examples who, in their short time in the club, have never shied away from taking up any kind of challenge despite any setbacks that they face.
That's true. Even I'll concede that while I am the best at everything, there is one thing that no one can beat the bright hot boys at. Having fun. Look at the picture. Look at their beaming smiles that stretch from ear to ear. With Anmol, Priyansh, and Twinshu there's never a dull moment.
And they are not. And these guys are not just, known to have fun, but they have their peculiarities also. Raise of hands, how many of you have a t-shirt with a superhero still, which is your favorite, right? I've seen Sayuj wear Harry Potter t-shirt. So yeah, so then it legally screams 12. But for you guys, it is your perfect t-shirt, right? But then when our education team decides to sharpen up with formals, they truly look dashing. So much so that we couldn't find a single picture in our repository without a female around them.
Not only are the men in our club extremely dashing, but they're also true gentlemen, like Sayuj and Sangham. They're always there to lend a helping hand, whether it be moving chairs during meetings or advice on your speeches.
Now coming to Nikhil, Akshay and Pankaj. Not an Akshay woman, the other Akshay. The trio, they're always, when they're in the meeting, up for a quick chat and to say hi or bye.
Madhav and Gopi too. While they're always up for quick chats, if you get Madhav talking about travel or Gopi about radios, that conversation isn't going to end. Now, there truly isn't enough time when we start talking about our Bright Hearts men, but we do have a job to do. So why don't you take it away?
Sure, Arna. So just like any legendary journey, this Toastmasters meeting is also having three parts. So for the benefit of the guests, the first, the planning and mapping out, which takes dedication and iteration, and just like our prepared speeches, which would be given by 3 of our Toastmasters today from their chosen pathway.
The second part is what I would like to call getting punched in the face part of the journey, where nothing can prepare you for the unexpected things that hit you on the journey. Like when your wife or your girlfriend asks you, what is your honest opinion on this? In our fun segment, be sure to expect the unexpected.
And lastly, the third part, where like when we have breakup and we reach out to our friends over beers discussing the same, we have our general evaluator who will come along with her team, letting us know the good, the bad, and the in-between.
Well, before we introduce the general evaluator, let's take time for a quick game to test our Bright Hearts men. I've heard that men are not very good at finding details, specifically in pictures. So this is a quick test, and I would urge all the Bright Hearts women to not help them at all.
Yes. Attention to detail is the key.
The game is simple. You just have to find out what's common among these 3 following pictures. Now, the detail might be small to be on your toes, and we'll be quick. So, picture 1, picture 2, and picture 3. Any guesses?
Okay, Wasim has good observation skills.
Wasim has good observational skills. You can't guess. You had to beat it even. So, as you can see, Abhik, our masterful storyteller, has made it his mission to get photographs with every single Bright Heart man while hanging out. First picture. Yeah, can we go to the first picture? Yeah, whether it be the old, not that old, but definitely but definitely wise.
All by
Biju Patnaik.
experience, wise, yes.
Or it be the person who took up dancing and gave a speech about it, Toastmaster Sumit. Or whether it be Vibhor, somebody who's always willing to lend a helping hand and always up for partying.
Now, before we call upon the general evaluator, we asked our general evaluator for the day whom she would want to give a shout out. And she mentioned this bright heart whose inspiration is Rajnikant and who, like his idol, experiments with body language and vocal variety, making every speech a sight to behold. Anybody knows who spoke about Rajnikant? Yes, exactly. The slide came up, but still. So, without much delay, let me call upon the general evaluator for the day, Dev Shah Patnaik.
Hello, bright hearts and guests. I can see all of you are bleeding blue today. Is the Indian cricket spirit is also here, which is common in all the men? No? Okay. How many are cricket fans? Oh, I do see men not being a cricket fan as well. Like, how many are not cricket fans? Now, this is amazing. Well, before I introduce my segment, when we are talking about legends, I thought I'll bring up a small story. And this is not of the club, of course, but it's our former Chief Minister of Odisha. Can you guess the name? Before that, Biju Patnaik, right. So everyone knows that he is the war hero, right? But do you all know that he left college just because he wanted to become a pilot? And because of that, he actually saved a lot of people during war. All of that is known. He is, from his childhood days, he had love for sports and he loved cycling. So for his one campaign, Visit India campaign, he cycled from Odisha, Cuttack to Peshawar in Pakistan. And in Pakistan, he met his wife, Gyanvati. Now, if you go to Odisha, the love story is quite common. A Punjabi girl, Odia guy, very nice, and a pilot. She was a tennis player and a pilot as well. Now, since we are talking about legends, their legendary stories, let me tell you the hilarious one. Biju Patnaik actually believed in showing grand gesture. So he flew the entire groom squad to Peshawar in Tiger planes is what I know. Those chartered planes where Tom Cruise usually fly and falls down. And then while they were all going, when the wedding was done, they were all traveling towards honeymoon. They created formations on top of the train they were traveling in. So that's where you call a hilarious and legendary act of our legend, that legend of Odisha, right? Now, if I have to introduce my segment, of course, it has to be legendary in the end because it's the general evaluation. And I'll try to be that soothing friend who helps out to the evaluators and the speakers who do, after delivering a speech, they have the similar emotion of a breakup, of like done and dusted with my speech, hope it went well. But before that, I still need a team. And this time I have great men from Toastmasters. So the first one is our timer. So general evaluation is supported by a TAGS team, TAGS. TAG, T stands for timer, A stands for our counter, G stands for grammarian, and S stands for special role. Now I'll tell you when we call upon the role takers to explain their roles itself. So the first one is the timer. And now the timer is actually our dedicated cameraman. And whenever he is on stage, you're definitely going to be entertained. So I'm sure he is going to ensure his timer role is also explained in the same way. With that, I will call upon the timer for today, Abhishek Mishra. Yeah, so
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. My name is Abhishek Mishra. Today, we celebrate the legends in the meeting, right? For every legendary tale, whether it's hilarious or funny, there is one thing in common. You know what? That is timing. You see, the hero take entry at the right time. Even the punch lands at a perfect second, and the story begins and ends at the right time. You see, timing. Today, I am going to play a small but legendary role. That is of the timer. My role is very simple. I am going to help the speaker to stay on time so that your story lands with the power. For that, I am going to use three signals for prepared speeches, right? At 5 minutes, I will show green. That means it's time that the story has ignited. At 6, I will show yellow signal. The story is moving at a crucial stage. And at 7, it shows the legend is at the climax. Similarly, for us, for the fun section, right, which we call getting punch on the face. At 1 minute, I will show green. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will show yellow. And at 2 minutes, I will show red. For evaluation, similarly, at 2 minutes, I will show green. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will show yellow. And at 3 minutes, I will show red. And when called by the Madam G, I will present my report. Thank you.
I hope the introduction stayed true, right? You got entertained even during the introduction of the role, right? So coming up next is our grammarian. So definitely he's going to teach you how to use profound words. But when you talk to him, it's also profound in his conversations, his knowledge will come in, right? And without much ado, bringing in the conversation grammarian, Toastmaster Sarthak.
Thank you, everyone. I am Toastmaster Sarthak Das. Legends in the making. You have already read in movies or stories that in every legend, there's a hero. And with the hero, there's a small, cute guide who guides the hero on the right path of becoming a legend, right? Today, I'm going to play that role of a guide. As a grammarian, I'm going to guide our speakers stay on the right path of grammar and also help all of us in the room find those tiny and great treasures of good grammar. It's also my role to introduce the word of the day, which is ignite. Ignite's a verb, and ignite means to spark or bring out a feeling of intense action, idea, or emotion. An example, let's say a good teacher can ignite curiosity in a student. A more relevant example could be, I hope Bright Hearts really ignites the inner speakers in you. I hope everyone uses the word ignite as much as possible in their speeches. I'll be keeping a track of that. And I'll present my grammarian's report when called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, grammarian Sarthak. I know I just called you abruptly, but still with your conversations, you were able to keep the audience engaged. Now coming up next is the R counter role. Well, you have a lot of fillers in life, but then if the fillers in life can be added up with a lot of experiences, with a lot of good foods, life becomes meaningful, right? And to bring that, we have one of the sweetest person in the room, who is also our newest member. He has been experimenting with all the roles back to back from last few Toastmaster sessions. So calling up our counter, Teju.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and beloved guests. Today, I would like to see your energy. Actually, we'll see that energy start. So you will get to know what exactly you have to respond. So are you ready, Toastmaster? Let's go. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Okay. Why do you think you replied hooray? Okay. Okay. That's okay. That's great. But one more reason is we always tend to fill that fillers. Actually, our brains doesn't like silence. Our brain. So always, whenever we think of taking pauses, we tend to fill that gaps so that our brain likes that, like it doesn't like any fillers. So
All of that.
So I would tell that whenever we want that fillers to be filled, so it's better to take a pause, not to use fillers like or and I'll be noting down all the crutch words, repetitions, pauses, and filler words, and I'll present my report at end of the day, when called upon by the general evaluator, to help everyone to be more clear or be more confident, and we'll just embrace the power of silence. Yeah, thank you.
Now that was deep. We have to embrace the power of silence, even while we are giving speeches, even when we are making decisions in life as well. Well, for the next role that we have, it's a special role, and this time we have a bluff master. But this bluff master was able to even bluff with a ghost in a Halloween special meeting, right? And he's one of the coolest guy, and he portrays that well every time you have a word with him. Definitely you are going to get that your vibe and go back home happily. So without much ado, calling out the bluff master, a Toastmaster song.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. So today I will be playing as the bluff master. Before that, I will just tell you a short story. So we are talking about legends, and when I think of legends, I think of my father. And when you talk about bluff master, I think of my father again. Okay. So when I was a kid and I used to ask my father that I want a toy or something, his go-to reply was, "Sure, why not?" And I used to think that, oh my God, my God has given me such a great father that he fulfills all my wishes. But there is a trick. He flips that and he used to say, only if you tell me the table of 17 in a go without making any mistake. And from there, I realized I don't need toys. So today I will be doing the same. I will be listening to your speeches. I will be twisting them and asking you questions. So keep your ears open and make sure that you answer correctly. Thank you.
Thank you, bluff master. So Together with my team and I, we'll be evaluating the entire segment from start. I have already started taking up notes. So I'll be called upon in the end to give my kandha to the people who have been crying out. So with that, over to you, Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you, Devsha. And without further ado, let's get started. So, to introduce the objectives of the speech for our first speaker, I would like to call upon this energetic, enthusiastic Gucci boy who spreads smiles on and off stage. Can we please have Toastmaster Twinshu?
Good evening, bright hearts, Toastmasters, and dear guests. Today, I will be evaluating the first prepared speech, which my target speaker, Ilango. He will be attempting level 1, project 3 from the presentation mastery pathway. And the purpose of the speech is to put his vocal variety and body language to impress audience, in short, make the speech engaging and interesting overall. So all the best, my prepared speaker, Ilango, and let's ignite the stage with your energy and body language.
Speaker 1 is a wonderful father and somebody who can make us laugh with his antics on the stage. And he can easily replace the face of Shaktiman. So, please welcome on stage Ilango Krishnamurthy. Oh.
Ilango's family, sir.
Have you ever experienced the peaceful trip converted into adventure trip because of the Google? Yes. I had with my family. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, my dear guest. One day, my family and me planning for long bike trip. We find the destination, Ramabhatta. My children were excited about mountain trekking, and my wife and me also excited. It's historical. Rama visited that place while traveling to Lanka to find Sita. We packed our bags. We started journey. We arrived and reached ticket counter. At the entrance, we saw big elephant which is hiding the entrance with two big tusks. Everyone getting blessing from that elephant. My wife were scared. She said, "No, I will not allow my children near to that elephant." My adventure trip started. Around 300 to 400 vertical step. Somehow I have managed to climb it, whereas my wife, children were struggling. Like my wife. My daughters, "Daddy, take me." Finally, we reached the temple, which is located top of the mountain. After visiting the temple, we took some time to rest. All the monkeys were disturbing everyone. One monkey saw my bag, jumped, catch my bag. On other side, I'm holding the bag since it has my bike key, wallet, everything. I'm fighting with monkey. Finally, I sacrificed all the snacks to protect my favorite bag.
Time 5:30 p.m. Sunset time. We climbed down, reached bike stand, full of darkness. I am not familiar with the route, so I got help from Google. After traveling 30 minutes in the bybus road, Google said, after 100 minutes, take right. We took right. Few minutes of travel, I saw green color board. Arnacle Forest welcomes you. Sitting my son front, he is very excited. Daddy, we are going to explore forest in the night. Backside, my wife continuously scolding. In the forest full of darkness, pin drop silent. No one is there. We only riding the bike. Average 30 to 40 kilometer speed. I saw one car was stopped. People are seeing something sitting in the car. I decided I will not stop anywhere because it's not safe. I ride it bike. While crossing the car, backside my wife saying, go fast, go. I speed up my bike. Still, my wife saying, go fast. My speedometer touched 110, still saying, go. Then I tested my bike full speed. Few minutes of travel, I slow down my bike. Sitting in front, my son said, Daddy, big snake covering the road. Backside, my wife replied calmly, this is only the snake. I saw the cheetah, which is searching us. That's why I asked you to go fast. I respond, I just confirm with my wife. He responded. Whereas my daughter sleeping in between me and my wife, she is suddenly woke up, scratched me. Daddy, snake. I responded, Luckily, we saw forest ranger who is taking care of that snake. I asked him, Sir, how many kilometers left to get off this forest? He responded, you almost crossed the forest. Few minutes, you will reach the city. After few minutes, I reached Electronic City. We take peaceful, heavy breath. I feel my soul get into inside my body. Guys, don't just believe blindly Google Map if it involves wildlife. Check twice or thrice before you are traveling. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lango. You have taught us a very important lesson, not to trust Google Maps, especially when there are forests involved, leading to Electronic City. Moving on to our speaker 2. To introduce the speech objectives of our speaker 2, I would like to call this sharpshooter of an evaluator who is so articulate that his words are a treat to hear every time he's on stage. Our second evaluator, Toastmaster Aditya.
Good evening, Bright Hearts. Today, my target speaker will be attempting level 1, project 3 of their pathway, which is presentation mastery, and this speech is focused on evaluation and feedback. The purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech, receive feedback, and to make use of that feedback in subsequent speeches when they'll be coming on stage. With that, all the best to my target speaker. I am eagerly waiting for her to come and ignite the stage with her speech. Timer, please note the speech length of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. With that, back to you, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmasters of the
When we asked speaker 2 whom she would like to give a shout out to, she mentioned the man with a beautiful mane who is famously known for his articulate words and who is an inspiration for everyone in the club. Any guesses?
And we found a photo of him in his natural state.
So please welcome on stage Manjarika for her speech. Manjarika, become the first draw, Manjarika.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nivi and Arna, for the very nice introduction. Good evening, my dear Toastmasters and dear guests. Today, I would like to share with you all something shocking. A scientific discovery that will change all of our lives forever. Are you ready to know what it is?
Yes.
According to a very reliable study conducted by me, people who listen to this speech tend to become 27% more responsible citizens. That may or may not be true, but now that I got your attention, I would like to tell you all a small story. One day, I bought a juice box. I drank the juice and I threw the juice box into the trash can. Almost. It bounced from the trash can and fell on the ground. I looked around. No one saw, so I did what every responsible adult would do. I started walking away. As I walked, my conscience started speaking to me. Manjarika, your teachers will be disappointed in you. So I went back, I picked the juice box and threw it in the trash can properly. A guy who was standing nearby saw me and he came and told me, "Nice, I would like to start following that as well." I was like, oh, I didn't intend to inspire anyone. And I realized that we influence thoughts and actions of people every day without even realizing it. But I didn't understand the extent of it until the next incident happened. Recently, I started making a tiny habit. That is, after eating at a restaurant, I always left the table clean, arranged the plates and cutlery and tissues neatly to make it easier for the waiter. Initially, my friends made fun of me. Manjarika, are you trying to impress the waiter? But slowly, my closest friends and family started following the same habit. And I was so surprised when some of my friends, their friends also started to follow the same habit. I was shocked. But that's when I understood the power of the ripple effect. One small action influencing another and influencing another and so on. Since then, I started noticing ripple effects happening around me. One clear example will be from my workplace. Initially, when our team formed, everything seemed fine from the outside. But on the inside, we can see signs of defensiveness and members reacting sharply until our new manager joined. He didn't give grand gestures or speeches, but he simply started appreciating others. Simple words like thank you and simple acknowledgements like you are right, that was my mistake, etc. And slowly, the team's attitude also started changing. People became more appreciative, the morale went up, and the team culture also transformed. All this because one person decided and took small actions consistently. Throughout history, we can see ripple effects having powerful influence around the world. Take the global rise of the Black Lives Matter movement. After the death of George Floyd, who was unjustly killed, the entire world, millions of people started speaking up about it and stood against justice. We can also think about the Me Too movement, where so many girls, young girls and women stood up against their predators and spoke up after one girl decided to speak up first. My dear Toastmasters and dear guests, change does not always have to happen from something big. It can start from a small juice box. It can start from a simple thank you, and it can also start from a small, simple tweet. Always remember that as much as the world is happening around us, we are also happening to the world. So today, I would like to leave you all with one simple question. As much as we are happening to the world, you are also happening. As much as the world is happening around you, you are also happening to the world. So what kind of ripple are you going to create next? Thank you.
Thank you, Manjarika, for teaching us that as much as the world happens to us, we happen to the world. I think this is a powerful lesson for all our legends in making. Coming to our third speaker. For that, I would like to introduce our third evaluator, who is a charismatic personality with a voice that can be recognized whether he's on stage or at the back of the audience. Please welcome a mentor and a friend to many, Toastmaster Vishnu. Vishnu! Vishnu!
I think I don't feel bad about this. She's always a great mentor to me. Thank you so much for this wonderful pick. Fellow Toastmasters, my dear guest, good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
And a special good evening to my target speaker. Today, my target speaker is attempting her Level 2, Project 2 from her pathway, Dynamic Leadership. The purpose of the project is to learn about different communication styles and to identify her own style or primary style. The purpose of the speech today is for the member to share the story of that impact of that communication which she made on others. With that, I'll wish my target speaker to ignite the stage. Timer, please know that the timing of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Oh, back to you.
When we asked speaker number 3 whom she would want to give a shout out to, she named one of the most humble and quiet person in our club, but whose speeches, evaluations, and whose performance is a sight to see, and who is an inspiration for everyone. Any guesses? Yes, exactly. Our own very own area director, Manikumar. With that, I welcome on stage speaker number 3, Usha Kumari.
Usha! Usha! Usha!
Balancing Christmas cheer, Usha Kumari, balancing Christmas cheer. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. Christmas is the best time of the year for people who are working in MNCs. Mostly. Less workload, relaxed atmosphere, and the holiday mode is on. How many of you agree to this?
I also agree.
Yes, but that was not the case with me because I was working for a retail company. And above that, I was working for a server support team where everyone would be busy preparing for their vacation and then taking those vacation selfies to upload it on their Instagram post. Me and my team would have to stay extra active and always be there to support the team. Christmas was the time where we would have peak season sales, and also the best time of the year for my company to make a lot of money means to make a lot of profits. This was also a challenging time for me because apparently everyone in my team wanted to take leaves exactly on the same days, 24th December to 2nd January. Mails related to their leaves would hit my mailbox 3 months in advance. They thought that it is first in, first out. But that was not the case under my leadership. This was a situation in my life where I realized my true communication style. Mine is a supportive communication style. A supportive communicator is one who is empathetic, who actually listens to you, and who has good listening powers, and he also has good organized way of dealing with things. But this was my communication style, and I thought, okay, let me implement this communication style. And my communication got tested because since everyone were asking leave at the same time, I personally interacted with every team member, listened to their concerns, and decided that who has to be given the leaves. After doing a lot of retrospection and having meetings with people, I realized that Joseph should be given the leaves. Poor guy had waited the entire year without taking a single leave because he wanted to be with his family for Christmas Eve. On the other hand, there was this very arrogant girl by name Priya. She walked up to me and said, "Usha, this is really unfair. You never approve my leaves." I sat her down and explained the reason why Joseph deserved the leaves more than she did. I also reminded the fact that she had already availed more leaves because when her son was hospitalized, we had given her some extra leaves. Sometimes going to the flashback helps. But that one conversation with Priya made me realize that there is a flaw in my communication style. Supportive communication is not enough. Supportive communicators are slow-paced. They listen to everyone's concern, and then by the time they come to the decision, people presume that they are not the great decision maker and they are indecisive. On the other hand, direct communicators are very transparent, honest, assertive, they take charge, and they are confident. So, had I been a direct communicator, I don't think Priya would have just walked upon saying that I'm just being unfair to her. So this instant made me realize that you can always mix different communication style to your communication. Next time, when I'm evaluating, or at least when I'm discussing certain things with my team, or at least next time for when I'm discussing the leave request of Priya, I will definitely have a different communication style. I'm very eager to see her response looking at my different communication style. Are you all also eager to see how she will respond as I respond, as I am waiting to see her response?
Yes.
Yes.
Over to you, Tia Modi.
Ooh. I've never heard a speech end on a cliffhanger till today. What a beautiful speech, Usha. Now, it is our favorite time, voting. So, Priyansh, could you please so kindly put up the link on screen? And everybody can take that. Okay. We'll give Priyansh a minute to just make sure the link is approved.
So voting is. Before you go out, once you finish your voting, for the next segment, we are passing on sticky notes with pen also. So what you have to do is please input any quirky, anything that you think about yourself, your personality trait or whatever, put it in that sticky note, fold it and please place it on the table so that we can use it for the next session. So, no need, name is needed? No, do they have to write their name? Who is... Right then. Okay. So just have to write your anything that you think about yourself. Yeah.
So
both
please
men
be
and
honest.
women.
The link should be up. Everybody should be.
Yeah. You can access the link. Yeah. It is bit.ly/bhtm vote 1. You may type that also in the browser. You might get that. I also need to vote. You can vote.
Priyansh, how many votes have we got? Sorry? Wow.
So we have to write all that. Yeah.
Priyansh, have we got votes? Perfect.
What time are we supposed to come back? I-20.
25.
25. Priyansh, what time is the I-25? You mentioned that?
Yeah.
Then yeah, I think we can.
Again, okay. Again. Welcome back from the break. Did everybody get to have tea?
No.
Seems like a you problem. Did everybody get a chocolate?
Yes.
Did everybody get a cupcake?
Yes.
Okay.
Need more. That's your problem.
Yeah, these are all mine now. Thank you. Okay, so.
Okay. All are settled up the chocolate high?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you may leave it there on the table. Where? Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
It's okay.
Please go ahead. Yeah. So, as we are coming to the end of our segment, we hope all of you had a few moments of fun and good laughs also at the expense of yourself. But before we conclude, we want to thank each one of you here, to the men who teach us and encourage and support us. Thank you for showing that legends are not only loud on the stage, but also loud at cheering in the audience.
Thank you to all the men who try, who show up, and who care. You are our legends in making. Bright Hearts and Our Hearts will always have a place for you and your stories. Thank you.
Before we hand over the baton to the hostess for the fun segment, when we asked her whom she wants to give a shout out to, she mentioned one of the most inspiring, again, one humble, down to earth, and a resourceful person who always finds innovative ideas to make us read the MOM of our meetings. Any guesses? Yes. Vaccine Patel.
Thank you. Okay, with that, we would like to call Vibha on stage, and thank you. This has been our time.
You want? Thank you. Good evening, Bright Hearts and guests. Today we are doing something special, something entertaining, because we are celebrating Men's Day. Men, the silent warriors, the last minute fixers, the protectors, the remote controlling kings, and the I will do it tomorrow champions. So today, in honor of these wonderful people, we are replacing our table topics with a full fun segment. We will be doing some quick games, interactive, energetic, and guaranteed to make you laugh. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Especially men.
Yeah.
All right. Let's begin. So the first game we will play is the freeze statue challenge. Okay. So I'm dividing all of you in 4 segments. So like 4 rows back. Yeah. Third, 2, and 1. Yeah. You're the 4th last row. Okay. Okay. So I'll be starting with the last row. I will be giving you a situation, and on the count of 3, you have to pose. Okay?
Okay.
And you have to pose. No breathing, no movement. Okay? And we all, yeah, no breathing. Okay, last row. Are you ready? Okay, stand up. Stand up, everyone. I will be giving you the situation first, and on my count, you will do the pose. Okay? And we all can see them, right?
Let's see the dramatic. Everyone's post can be different. You have to see that. You have to build. We have to see. We have to imitate. Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Vibha, just is the challenge to make the pose similar?
No.
You
You can do individual. Okay, it's up to you.
No.
Okay, I'm giving you the situation now. Everyone, pay attention. Okay, ready? We have a photo movement, so give your best pose. Yeah. A man, here is the situation. A man, just after his salary credited to the bank account. I'm repeating again. A man, just after his salary hit the bank account. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, freeze. You could have done something creative. Okay. Great. Okay. Good one. I love his pose. He was like, what are these men doing?
We are coming to the third row. Okay, starting from yes, you can stand up.
Okay.
So the situation is a man cooking for the first time. A man cooking for the first time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, freeze. Creative, guys, something creative. Akash. Okay, great, great. Second row. Ready?
Oh, yes. Yes, the dramatic will come now.
The situation is a man whose TV remote is not working. A man whose TV remote is not working. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, freeze. Sayoj is no longer in the picture. Okay, great. You can sit down. Okay, first row. Ready? Okay, so the situation is a man lifting heavy dumbbells. A man lifting heavy dumbbells. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, freeze. Anna, you can quit now. Well done, everyone. Very well done. Now I hope all of you are pumped up.
Yes.
So that was all about the first activity. Now we are moving to the second activity, which is tongue twister. Now I want some people to come on stage. Men, I can call Money.
Money.
Okay. Okay. Money is coordinating with the PPT, so you can. Money.
Money.
Come. Apik, you can come. Okay. So this segment is about tongue twister. Okay. So you have to repeat it 10 times.
10 times.
10 times.
Good start.
I will give you the tongue twister. Okay.
So I can read.
Yeah.
I can read.
Thanks.
I can see and read, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It will be displayed. So the first one you will start before.
Okay.
Busy bearded brothers bought big black blazers.
That?
Yes, you can.
Busy bearded brothers brought big black blazers. Busy bearded brothers bought 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 big black blazers. Busy bearded brothers brought big black blazers. Busy bearded brothers bought big black blazers. Busy bearded brothers bought big black blazers. Busy.
Well,
Thank you.
Okay, so the next one. So the next one is six strong silent men silently sip strong soup.
6 strong silent men silently sip strong soup. 6 strong silent men silently sip strong soup. 6 strong silent men silently sip strong soup. 6 strong silent men silently sip strong soup. 6 strong silent men silently sip strong soup.
Okay, the next is
Rapper.
yeah. Start, yeah.
Manly men making massive Maggie meals. 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 Manly men making massive Maggie meals.
Okay, great. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well done. This is about our second segment of the game. Now we are moving to the third segment. So I hope all of you have written something on the chits about fun fact. Yes. All of you? If someone has with them, please pass it on to the table. We don't have to see it. Anyone? You want to try? Anyone check? All right. So the third segment is make them laugh challenge. So there will be two teams consisting of 3 people in one team. And the team 1 will try to make laugh to the team 2 and team 2 will control their laugh. If the team 2 will laugh, they will lose and the losing team has to do something. Okay, so I would like to call on stage for this challenge Sayuj, Akash, Somil, Vishnu, Aditya, Ilango. Yes. Yeah. So you come, team 1, team 2 will come here.
Which team one is it?
All of us are in team.
Team 1 and team 2. Team 1, you can decide or I can see. Akash. Okay, rules are really simple. This is team 1. This is team 2. So team 1 will try first to make the team 2 laugh. You don't have to laugh, okay? Don't have to smile, but you have to make a eye contact with them. So they will come one by one and they will make
Team 2.
They will make you laugh, okay?
We are team 2.
We are team 2. Because we came second. They are team 1.
You can see
team 1.
Confusing then. That's all.
We will start from
That's team 1. Team 2.
all of the laughers. They are out of game. You are also laughing.
Okay, so one by one, 30 seconds you will be given and you will switch the roles. Okay? Timer, please note that you have to ring at the 30 second. 30 second. For a team.
Anything to make.
Yeah, you can do anything. They can do anything. The same will be done by you. Yeah, they can do anything. It's up to them. Bell will be fine.
I thought we will pick something from there.
No. Next activity. Okay, ready? Ready? Are you all ready?
No.
We can start. Akash, you can go first.
It's one by one.
Yeah.
We have to go one by one.
One by one.
Then switch. We'll come. 30 seconds. Yeah.
Okay.
Your time starts now.
All of it, laughing.
We host can laugh, but you should not laugh.
Maintain eye contact.
Okay, let's start again. Okay, one moment. Yeah, start now.
This team lose it in 5 seconds only.
Next is we should
So
go.
you will be the winning team. The second round will also come.
Okay.
We have
Next we have
okay. The losing team has to dance. We will play a track.
round we have to do something.
No, it's like you lose it.
Give them a chance to make them laugh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. 30 seconds go. Whoever is going.
Your time starts now.
The Italian keep reading. Go with the standard move.
So beautiful. So beautiful. I like it. I really do. He's laughing. Do you like them? I really like it.
Team 1 is nailing it.
Oh my God. I like you. I like you. We like you. But we like you.
Okay. Losing team, the stage is all yours. Money, please play the music. This is the song. You have to dance. No, it's only played one time.
Come on, take a position.
That answer goes out.
Not ready to start. We can go. We should be nice. Thank you. Thank you. Nice. I'm not chocolate.
I hope you all enjoyed. So now we will move to the last fun activity. So that activity, for guests, it will be hard to do this. So this activity is spot the man. Who wrote this? Okay, so we all have the chits here. So I want who has not got the chance to come on the stage? The person.
Money.
Has to be a man. Yes. Rinshu, proceed.
So Wasim, after that perfect, he has one. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Uncle, go ahead. I was still in the room on.
So you have to pick a chit and you have to guess who wrote this.
Okay.
The chit will describe their personality, maybe their habit, something fun moment will be there. So you can pick one. And read out. No one from the audience. One second.
First,
So
I
no-
understand handshake.
No one from the audience will say, I wrote this. He has to guess it first. It's fine. We are disqualified. And later, you have to confirm.
Okay, can I go? Okay, the chit says, I never watched single Hollywood web series yet in my whole life.
Who this can be? Who do you think?
Ilango.
Ilago, is this you? Okay, one more chance. No. One more. Last one. Last one you can guess.
No.
Let's be honest from the audience who has written this. One last. Wasim, one last.
Akash. Answer is correct, no. Then it's not. Answer is correct, bro. Question is wrong. That's it.
Can we know who wrote this? Vinshu. Okay. All right. Thank you, Wasim. Pankaj, please come on the Pick one chit. You can read out.
Okay.
What is?
It's my children.
One more chance.
Okay. I'll pick this.
That's caring. Yeah, that's right. That's it. You can read it out loud. Oh my God, you can't read that. This one is fun. Read out loud and read out loud. First, read out loud. Okay.
No, it's not readable actually.
I can read it. I can make sound of crow. So you have to guess who wrote this. Who wrote this? Guess.
Sayuj.
Sayuj. One more guess.
Vishnu for sure.
One more guess. Last one. Get the last chance. Okay? Yeah, last chance. Guess. Guess it right.
Abhishek.
शायद विभोर भाई can make the sound.
Name it. Anyone.
Ilango food.
Okay, who wrote this? Anyone? Who wrote this? You have to stand up. The person who wrote this. The secret is revealed. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Need to make it now. Do I need to do
One try.
Okay, yeah. If you know members.
Oh.
Just pick one.
Yeah.
And guess who has wrote this. If you know someone's name.
Maybe you can help me.
Yeah.
Guess from the face.
Yoga and good food. Yoga. You can guess who wrote this. At least point I can name out the Just guess it. Just guess it. At least two.
Ilango was making this yoga.
Ilango, he's saying Ilango. Ilango, did you write this?
No, I didn't write anything.
Okay, second try. No, I haven't written anything. You can point out. You can point out at someone. I can call out their name. Your name is Chinmay.
Yeah.
Okay, so say pointing out to someone and I'll name. You just point out to the person whom you think who has written this. Yeah. Aditya.
Compliment, man. Compliment, man.
Okay, who knows this? Yoga and okay, that's sure. One more, no? Okay, we are.
Arun. 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 Arun.
So to get 3 wrong guesses. Let's get him off. Shit, it has his name. Okay, yes. Oh my God. This is the tiniest handwriting I've ever seen. I am someone who enjoys running and skating and laughing on myself.
At least one.
Once more. Audience,
It's a blank.
Part of that. You can guess.
Fun-loving book hoarder. Okay, I'm going to tell you. There are two possible answers to this. One is Nivedita and one is Mancharika. No. Nivedita. Just because men can't guess it right. What is having money? Oh my God. I work hundreds of. Oh, okay. I think this wrote. I wrote hundreds of shairis, but only 10 of them
making them
only portrayed in social media.
Shairi. Who's Shair?
Riyan's right.
That's Abid. Abid?
Silence. He has to guess. Yes. Another guess. For the first time, Arun is thinking it's whatever. Out of Money. Did you ask Money? Area director of ICE.
Who is Shair amongst us? No, it can't be. It can't be Ilango. Twinchu.
Three gone.
I think Shair. Yes. No.
Anyone from the guest?
Yeah.
No.
So many other Shair. Hey, I will guess.
Okay, we can ask.
Yeah, who knows?
Who wrote this? Stand up. Okay. That brings the end to our fun segment. Today we saw statues, tongue twisters, laughters, hidden talents and secrets written on the chits. To all the men Here, thank you for your strength, your silence, your humor, your drama, and your presence. And to everyone else, thank you for bringing up the energy and sportsmanship to come here on the stage. And let's give a big round of applause to all the men in this room. Over to you, General Evaluator.
There would be another mic. No, I have one with me. Okay, we'll continue. Sure.
No, I don't have it.
Great. Welcome to the general evaluator session. But before that, how are you all feeling? It did not come out. Yes. Today the stage has been on fire back to back, and I totally agree to it. It's ignited. Great. So as a general evaluator, since I have to evaluate the entire segment, we'll start with the first segment, that is the evaluation section. That'll not take much time. I would invite the first evaluator. Do you remember who the first evaluator is? Twinshu. So inviting Twinshu to evaluate this first.
Thank you. Good evening, Bright Hearts, Toastmasters, and dear guests. And a special good evening to my target speaker, Elango. What I learned or felt about his speech is sometimes these experiences might ignite high blood pressure or even high heartbeats, but you get something to tell the people which ignites even more higher heartbeats in themselves. So some of the highlights, I felt there were two highlights from your speech. First of all, you fully met the objective of the speech. From the body language perspective, when you said that you started packing bags, and when your wife is struggling to climb the stairs, you even like your heartbeats, like you have also shown that. And Daddy take me, like that. Also the part one that I liked. The second thing, the vocal variety, that was also the part of objective. I felt it was also enough for what in my perspective, like the full of darkness. With darkness, your pitch was low. And have you, because of Google, where you dropped the silence, the pause you had was made your delivery better at that time. The two highlights from my perspective is the content was very structured. It was from the start you told you were going to trip, why, and where you also mentioned that, because the Ram has also visited and Ramnagara was the place you wanted to visit. And started from the initial point, like you packed bag and went to the bike, reached the city safely, was how the structure was completely good. The second highlight was humor. The pause you had in the correct point of time. When your wife was telling, go fast, then you again put that throttle in full. Then again, go fast. I am already in the fast. It's already 110 kilometers like that you could. The snake, then the cheetah part. Cheetah, was it there? Oh, like that. You absolutely nailed in that humor part as well in your speech. Two areas of improvement from my side is, which will take your speech to the next level, is I felt somewhat the conclusion of speech could be better. In my perspective, you said you have to think twice or thrice with picking up the map shown by Google Maps. But what if it didn't show correct map? Like what we have to do if you are not trusting that Google Maps is what I still think of when after hearing your speech. That was the point. And the stage usage, I felt you had you are from here, and most of the parts you shown like this. You even I observed that you like run from here and here. If you could go from here, like half of the audience, you will get better impact and engage the left hand side audience as well. So that was my point of view from your areas of improvement which you could do. In conclusion, you had a good content. Humor was on to the point, and if you improve on the conclusion of the speech, like what is the takeaway from the speech to in the better thing, and the stage usage, you would be make your speech next level. Thank you. Back to Janil.
Let's give a round of applause to Twinshu for the evaluation. Well, I agree to most of the points by Twinshu. Ilango, I'm telling you, only Shaktiman can take us to adventures, and you definitely did it. Your vocal variety, your hand gestures, everything stood out. Hands down, one of your best performance till date. So no nitpicks as well, because I want you to observe this and work towards it. You'll anyway find improvements later on. To Twinshu, you had great structure. Of course, somewhere I would like you to work a little bit on your time, because in the end, when we were explaining the areas of improvement, if you would have given examples, that would have given him his areas of improvement itself. So spend a little bit more time on the second segment. But all in all, both of you you performed really well. The stage was ignited, it was all fire. So again, a big round of applause to both the evaluator and the speaker. Now coming to the next speaker, do you remember who was the next speaker? The second speaker? Manjarika. And who was the evaluator? Aditya. Great. At least people were listening. So inviting Aditya for the second evaluation. Please give a good round of applause.
Okay, good evening, Bright Hearts. And a special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Manjarika. You have really elevated the bar for yourself in terms of your delivery. You were really playing with two forces on stage today. You set the stage on fire. You really ignited it with your fiery, inspiring speech. And you also narrated examples of how you were a drop in that big ocean through multiple relatable examples. So kudos to you. Now, a couple of highlights that stood out in your speech: your confidence, starting with, are you ready to know what it is? Wow, that was really, that struck to me and that stayed with me. Your humor, a reliable study conducted by me. The body language and ample use of actions, including your hand gestures. I think that is what stood out amply throughout her speech. And the content with relatable examples, starting with how we have been doing that over and over again, where we find a garbage bin, but we toss off our packages, but then we ignore it. And also you mentioned a lot of historical context about George Floyd, about Me Too movement. So it's a lot of intelligent examples as well. So great. Some areas where I think you might need to work on is your stage movement. You were really inclined to use the left side of the stage, maybe come to the right, maybe give 2 examples on the left and 2 examples on the right so you can distribute your speech. Your conclusion and summary. While you said that what ripple effect are you going to create, I also expected you to say that from all the examples that you said about your personal life, how did it impact you as a person? Like, have you changed from who you were to what are you now, right, overall? So I felt the conclusion could have been a bit better. The third thing was voice modulation. Maybe you can experiment with high pitch and low pitch as part of 2 people conversations in your upcoming speeches, so that would give us better idea of how you can experiment with your voice modulation. So overall, great confidence, great humor, great body language, tonality, relatable content, a bit of stage movement, a more conclusive summary for your speech, and a bit of voice modulation will take your delivery to the next level. You have really outdone yourself. You have achieved your speech objectives. All the best to you for your next speech. And with that, back to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aditya, for the evaluation. Well, Manjarika, it was a powerful speech today. And of course, I think somewhere cleanliness has stayed with you from your travel to Japan to coming down and talking and preaching about cleanliness is something that seems to be a part of you altogether. My little small nitpick that I have is you introduced Me Too concept and Black Lives concept. Though those who are aware about it, they would have quickly grabbed it. But instead of that, if you would have done like first part, you could have talked about cleanliness, second part about one of the concept, either Me Too or Black Lives, giving a little bit of context to people who don't know, are aware, not aware about it, would have just structured it well. Otherwise, a very powerful message, and that's something I loved it in terms of the ripple effect that you created in terms of cleanliness. That's something that is good to take away from. From an evaluation standpoint, Aditya, I agree to all of the points. But as I knew that your own improvement area was using enactments and vocal variety, I felt that was still, you are still yet to come to it. That's something that I feel, because when you gave an example of vocal variety, you could have given an example to Manjarika on where she could have used it. So with that, let's give a big round of applause to Manjarika and Aditya for doing a great job. Now coming to the third speaker. Now, do you all remember who the third speaker was? Yes. And who the evaluator was? Vishnu. So now calling up on our stage the powerhouse, Vishnu.
Good evening, Toastmasters, dear guests, and a special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Usha. Toastmaster Usha, you, with your speech today, you gave me a trigger to go back to office and apply leave. And I'm sure the audience would have agreed with this point. Your speech was amazing. With the highlights of your speech, you had great audience engagement and you had audience awareness as well. When I'm talking about audience awareness, the storyline which you brought in today had relatable content which the audience can relate to. With that, each and everybody inside this audience along with me was able to relate to your story from the beginning till end. Second thing, what I noted today from your speech is your comfort level on stage. When I'm talking about comfort level, with your hand gestures, literally you were showing even the peaks, low parts, and when you are depressed, whenever you are having happy faces, so it was coming through your hand gestures. So these are the two areas where you were really good in your speech today. Even though your speech had these areas where you did well, there are a couple of areas which I would like to highlight for your areas of improvement. The major area of improvement for today's speech is when you delivered your speech today, you had two instances where you found out your communication style. That is supportive communication as well as directive communication. You explained about how a supportive communicator should be and a directive communicator should be. But I felt how that impact was happening to that person, which was the objective of this speech also. So when you would have shared that, maybe you could have characterized that as well with Joseph and Priya. Maybe you could have told, like, when Joseph was asking me leave, Joseph, I think I'll talk to Priya and then understand how it is coming to me. When Priya came into stage, maybe what you can do is like, Priya, what I think is like, being in a team like this, we have to literally think about other team members and the leaves which they have taken. With this approach, you could have shown that supportive communication is there. That impact what it made to your team member. So this area would have been a highlight for you. Second areas of improvement for you is, Usha, emotion of that speech. Whenever you are coming with a speech on stage, I would say definitely you had joyful moments, you had emotion, you had spaces where you had to literally go down from your emotion, right? Say, for example, when you said about it's Christmas time and it's time for to apply leave, but I was having a lot of work. both of these times, what you are having is like you are having a little smile on your face. In the initial part of it, when it was mentioning about your Christmas time and applying leave, that was required. But when it's to reach the audience, that emotion, you could have literally toned down and that emotion should come out on your face. Third one was on the content flow. The content flow was you identified your communication style first, then you explain the scenario. For me as an audience, I would have listened to you more in clarity if you would have explained that scenario with well content, and then I would have told like, okay, this is the situation I was going through. Then I realized supportive communication is the best way to handle this. In summary, Usha, today with the audience engagement and awareness and a great comfort level with your on stage, it was really great with your speech. If you can work on your emotion and content flow along with the objective, which is going to make an impact for the speaker, it'll be on the others, it'll be really great. All the very best for your future speech. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishnu. You stood true to the introduction that I gave you. Powerful evaluation. Of course, if I have to tell, I was missing out the humor a little bit. Otherwise, great structure, great way of delivery, and you were right on time. The red card started and you started concluding. So that's a good takeaway for everyone who's trying to learn evaluation. Now, coming to Usha, of course, I know you have entered into a phase where topics are going to get much difficult because you are explaining concepts and it's not talking just a story, right? So since the objective was to talk about your communication style, you had a story that was great. You explained your interactions, but somehow I felt that you could have given a little bit more context on especially this is the objective of the project on understanding my communication style. So I went through this module. So now telling you a story about my life where I have to accept leaves and people started behaving in such and such way. Just because I had understood this communication style, I was able to change my approach and I came up with a different solution. So a win-win story could have also been told. That's something that you can experiment. That's what I'm thinking as well. But nicely done. Great attempt at delivering a strong concept and of course a difficult one. So which we all struggle with. So great job done. So big round of applause to both Vishnu and Usha for doing the commendable. Now it's time. I have how much time left? 7 minutes. Time to evaluate the entire session from beginning to end. Of course, I have huge feedback for Hustle Hub for not allowing vehicles inside. So that's something organizers has to take care. And because of that, and again with tag team. Okay, sure. I'll invite the tag team. Apart after this, I'll invite. Yes. Yeah. So now we'll start with the tag team. So I would invite Timer to give the timer report. Thank you for that.
So, good evening, everyone. I am back again to present my timer report as asked by the madam G. Let me begin with, we do not have any time disqualification. So kudos to all the role takers. Let me present my report for prepared section first. Speaker 1, Ilango, 6 minutes 18 seconds. Speaker 2, Manjarika, 5 minutes 14 seconds. And Speaker 3, Usha, 5 minutes 40 seconds. These were the time taken by them. Now I'm going to share the timer report for evaluators. So Evaluator 1, Twinshu, 3 minutes 29 seconds. Evaluator 2, Aditya, 2 minutes 34 seconds. And Evaluator 3, Vishnu Pradeep, 3 minutes 28 seconds. Touch. Again, I will be sharing the timing report for other role taker offline. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Truly, when the session is so great, you end up messing up the entire structure. So I had to actually invite the bluff master before the timer. So inviting the bluff master to increase the energy of the room.
Okay. So good evening, everyone. So the rules are simple. We have some speakers. I will be saying out some lines that those speakers said, and you have to raise your hands, and I will point out, and they will tell me that if it was right or wrong. And if you could point out the speaker, that would be great. And I request the speakers do not raise hands. Raise hands, but I won't pick them. Okay, the first one. I felt my soul came out of the body. Mani? Correct. Next one. I wanted to impress the waiter, so I started arranging plates and napkins. Is that correct or wrong? Is it correct? Is it correct? So what's the correct thing?
She did it for because
For the waiter.
to
Acha. Wrong. Okay. Let's skip. Okay. Okay. Best time of the year for me to make a lot of money.
Correct.
So it's
Usha, that is true.
No.
Arundhati.
When the companies make money.
that the rest of the year, that time of the year is for her company to make a lot of money.
Correct.
I
Fine. Okay. Let's just skip it. Are time nahi hai. Okay. The next one is the rules are simple. You have to enact. You have to become a statue and don't breathe.
Yes.
Nice.
It's false. Mentioned by Viva. We can breathe, but you have to be statue. I think it was not. She said don't breathe. She said don't breathe. Okay, last one. All my shairis are posted on social media. Chalo, you say. I don't remember what you call this. Correct, but right. Nice. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Okay, I would like to call the name. Thank you.
Messing up the structure a little bit more and making it difficult for my tax team. So I'm inviting the grammarian on stage.
Thank you, Vishnu. Thank you, everyone. Jay Sarthak deserves a thank you. All right. I am back with the grammarian's report. As legends, we have a lot to learn from them. And similarly, we should learn from the good usage of grammar our speakers, our legends of the day have used. Ilango, you mentioned my soul came back into my body. This phrase really helps in imagining how relieved you were when you reached Electronic City. Instead of just saying I felt relieved, just added a lot of more imaginary into that sentence. Great on that. Next, Banjorika, I like the use of irony when you said, a reliable study conducted by me. This adds a sense of humor. And for the audience, irony is a figure of speech which you use to when you say something but mean something else. So a reliable study, but because I did it, it's not exactly reliable. So adds a sense of humor to that speech. Next speaker is Usha. I love your use of the repetition, money, money, money. This repetition adds emphasis, rhythm, and an emotional punch to your speech. And it also makes it memorable. Like all legends, there are things to learn from their mistakes and pitfalls. But you guys have made my life very difficult. I could only find one because you guys were great and already legends in grammar. There was one, I always left the table clean. So in case of habits, which you perpetually do, I always leave the table clean. Unless you used to leave it clean, but now you keep it dirty. I think that's not the case, right? You leave it clean, right? So it's not left it clean, I leave it clean. And lastly, the word of the day, ignite. Can someone guess how many times it has been used? 97, good guess. But the answer is 12. Here. Firstly, claps to all of you. Personally, I'm happy we crossed the double digits. Great for everyone. With this, I hope these observations help ignite even a stronger 13. Unlucky number, guys. Ignite.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sarthak, for igniting the stage with your word ignite. Quick addition to your report, there were a lot of metaphors used by the TMOD. For example, getting punched on face or as a friend during breakup. So kudos to the TMODs as well. Now the next role taker is our counter, inviting Teju to come up on stage.
First of all, thank you all for igniting the stage with confidence. I feel. Yeah. Okay. So I'll provide my report now. So there were total 19 hours, repetition 7, pauses 1, and crutch words was a few crutch words was there. And I'll read out the names of whoever used a few times. So Priyansh, Devsham, Twinshu, Aditya, and Abhishek, Sarthak, Somil, and Vibha. A was used. And then crutch words was used by Nivedita. So you used a few times. Then few repetitions were used. Manjarika used one repetition. And Usha used few repetitions. And Abhishek used one repetition. Then and there was one a pause given by Manjarika. And one more segment, the speakers who were flawless, Arundhati, Arna, Vishnu, Ilango, you guys were flawless actually, no mistake for them. The takeaway in this meeting I wanted to give is like, instead of using so instead of if you embrace the power of silence, if you take a pause, that would be better. Like we can reduce the count of us and still pauses will be better than us. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, my tag team, for doing your role wonderfully. Only one nitpick. Please utilize your time. Abhishek, you ended up quite soon. This is your stage to speak, so use that. Now, quickly evaluating. I have already evaluated Hustle Hub. Now we'll start with the essay role. Priyansh, now you have like excelled on essay role altogether. See if you can use the theme of the meeting a little bit and talk about it. That should be great. I think now you can do that. So take it up. On presidential address to Arundhati, it was great, especially the start. The gesture of applause got the energy up into the room. So that was something I think everyone appreciated. Constantly calling out the achievements of Bright Hearts is something we should all learn from. We usually not talk about the great things in life, but Arundhati has been day in and day out talking about the achievements. So that's a good point. And of course, acknowledging that we have started late. So that shows the true sign of leadership as well. So there's a lot to learn. So no nitpicks here, but thanks for teaching us a lot through the presidential address as well. Now coming to the next role taker. I think it was Vibha's segment. I think hands down we needed a entertainment section. So big round of applause to Vibha. She not only brought entertainment, she also taught us a lot while you might not have observed it. For Toastmasters, tongue twisters are like dumbbells. If you practice it daily, you'll be able to pronounce a lot better. Because some might have problem with S, some might have mother tongue challenges, the way you saw right now, right? It at times come in. But if you practice tongue twisters, definitely it will help you in your journey. So great job done there. And now coming to the Toastmasters of the day, the Toastmasters of the day, the powerful duo. It's great job done again because it's difficult to pair up with someone, put presentation, put photos, and talk about each and every people, every member out here. Great job done there again. So no tidbits here, but when you are partnering up with someone, getting that equation out, it's something that was done very nicely. So I'll give all the credits and kudos to you and Anna for ensuring that we enjoyed the day. With that, I would like to end my evaluation segment and hand it over to the president. Vote. Meanwhile, there's a link that will be shared for voting. So please vote for your best speakers, role takers, and evaluators.
Calling out the prepared speech ka slide, right? That was a good addition to both of you. You had the slide and to Priyash. The the three segments that we have, that was a good addition.
How many of you have voted? It's still not 50%. How many? How many? We can. 2 more. Okay. We should. So with that, the general evaluation segment is over, and now calling out the president to come up on stage and give the presidential closing.
It's very rare for a general evaluator to bring in fun into the general evaluation segment, because generally we're giving feedback and it's a little serious. But Dev Shah, I thought, did a fantastic job of not only giving us very concrete feedback, but also bringing in a lot of fun. So first, let's start off by giving Dev Shah a huge round of applause. Very nicely done. Thank you very much, Devsha. We do have a couple of announcements and then, of course, the winners and all of that to be done. But before I get into that segment, I'd love to collect some guest feedback. So, ma'am, can we start off with you? If you want to come on stage. You can tell us your name and how you like the music. You can hold it. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for the warm welcome. Thank you, everyone. 1 minute before you start. We had cupcake and tea and chocolate. That's enough resource to applaud nicely.
First of all, on a Sunday evening, seeing this much energy on something that we all love is it's so nice to be here. First of all, because all Sundays people that are out there taking afternoon. I did that last week. I took an afternoon nap, woke up at 6, and then went on about it. But today, I think I feel more ignited to start on this journey well. And I'm Shweta, and I'm just going. Yesterday I visited HSR, and today I'm here. I'm just going on clubs and seeing where I can connect with people more and where I can learn more and explore more. I loved it. Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. Yes. I loved the energy. I came to Bluffmaster, and that's when I knew about this clap and the saying the name 3 times thing. So I loved it, and that's when I decided, okay, so I should give HSR, like I should visit Bright Hearts as well. So I really loved it here, and I think I made a good decision coming here today and spending it right. Thank you, everyone. Okay, then take note. No, Shweta, right? Shweta. Thank you very much, Shweta, for your kind words. All I can tell you is you visited some clubs before, you'll visit some clubs later, but you'll never find a Bright Hearts. All right, so we could do one more guess. So would you like to come in and tell us how you liked your feedback, like the meeting? Oh, you came in the middle. Okay, no problem. Ronit, shall we have you?
Good evening, everyone, again.
Good evening.
Firstly, people hyping up each other, it was a great thing. I have not seen that before. Good positive energy, and it was good getting some validations around going on. And yeah, it's been a long time getting validation, so it was lovely.
Thank you, Ronit. Thank you very much, Ronit. I told you in the beginning of the meeting, we won't disappoint you and we won't let Sarthak down. So I think we lived up to our reputation. For all the guests in the room, if you would like to be part of Bright Hearts or get to know about our future meetings, please reach out to Toastmaster Sayuj, our Associate Vice President membership, and he'll help you with the process hereafter, right? But do leave your name and contact if not already done. If you're a first-time guest, do leave it with Sayuj so that he can take it up there. Now, a couple of announcements. We don't have announcement slides, but I do have a couple of announcements to make. So first one being, we did open early bird or rather pre-booking for early bird of Crescendo. Let me make it correct. So anybody who's paid 500, that's not the ticket price for Crescendo. Just making it very clear. Sure. I am more than happy. But for everybody who's pre-booked, definitely you will get an advance booking for Crescendo at a price that will only be for this community who's pre-booked. But for anybody who hasn't, if you've missed the window, not to worry. Early bird registration for Crescendo will open in December, and then you can look at registering as soon as possible. Without acknowledging that I'm the Crescendo co-chair, doesn't matter. That aside, I can definitely, I really don't need to do publicity in Bright Hearts because I know we'll have enough responses. Discount for sure. Yeah, special, sure. Yes. Free trip. Discount for Bright Hearts, 100%. I'll keep you all posted. But free trip has to be then on me. So please do let me know who wants it. Well, I really look forward to having everyone at Crescendo 2026. It is an experience that you would want to live once. So definitely look out for the details that will come through. Second thing is December 14th. If you've already not marked your calendars, that's a date you absolutely want to mark. We will be doing an outdoor meeting followed by a lot of fun. Now, what timing and where, the details will come through to you very soon. But that is one meeting where we'll celebrate the Christmas spirit, have a lot of fun, and of course have our meeting. So please block your calendars for December 14th. Again, not a meeting you want to miss out on. Third thing, ExCom officers. Very important. ExCom officer roles nomination will open today at 8 p.m. So anybody who thinks that you would like to nominate yourself to be a club officer, you want to imbibe leadership skills and you want to take your journey one step forward, this is your chance. Do not become an ExCom officer just because somebody convinced you to nominate or because you thought that is another thing I just want to try out. I'll be absolutely honest here. Go ahead and nominate yourself for an ExCom officer if you really want to learn a little more from Toastmasters. That's a great opportunity. It's a great platform. If you also want to learn how a club functions, this is your opportunity to understand how a club really functions. Assess your bandwidth. We are always available. You can always speak to myself, Akshay, or any of the current ExCom officers. We'll help you with whatever you need. But if you have it in you, please do nominate. We had a very healthy competition last time, and I'm looking forward to a really good nomination this time. It opens at 8 p.m. today. It'll be open till 3rd of November for you to nominate. 3rd of December for you to submit your nominations, right? Last thing, in this club, one tradition that we have been very proud of is mentorship. We really take pride in the fact that every member of Bright Hearts who ever takes the stage is mentored, irrespective of how tenured, seasoned or new you might be. But given we followed an unconventional method of mentoring, whereas in our club, the mentors keep rotating week on week, which is not an usual Toastmaster practice. But having done this and successfully done this with it working, it is now time for us to get some feedback on the entire mentoring mechanics to understand what's working well, what more could we do, and how could we make the experience better for every Bright Heart. So that is why mid of next week, there will be a survey form that will be rolled out by the Education Office, Neville or Madhur. Please watch out for that survey, and I absolutely strongly urge every member to take that survey and give us your absolute honest and candid feedback so that we can make things better at Bright Hearts. Right. Last announcement for today is the Ultimate Bluff Master. So let me first see. How many of you attended the Ultimate Bluff Master? Wow, a lot of people. Right. Yes, let's give that a round of applause. For anybody who missed it, you really did miss something, but there is a recording that you can always watch. So we did have this Ultimate Bluff Master competition, which was an inter-club competition with HSR Toastmasters with 3 winners, 2 from their club, 1 from ours. But luckily, we got the winner, which is great. So now it is time to do a few things to celebrate this occasion, because for everybody who attended Glee Cup, we know that that was an experience for us. We loved it. We were new, but we were so happy that we could create a mark. And we know that that day we decided and agreed that we'd come back stronger. And I think we did. Irrespective of the results, I think all the 5 participants who participated from Bright Hearts did a fab job, and also in the open mic session, we did a great job. So firstly, I'd like to recognize 2 of the role players of the Ultimate Bluff Master who are here today. Toastmaster Priyansh Tripathi as our tech manager and Toastmaster Usha as our timer. Abhishek, let's document this. Thank you. Thank you, Priyansh and Usha. I'd also like to quickly call out that Toastmaster Varun was the tally counter, Toastmaster Jurman was the open mic coordinator, Toastmaster Madhav was the contest master, and Toastmaster Arna was the master of ceremony, and Toastmaster Sangam was the sergeant at arms. So let's give all of them a huge round of applause. Now, we had 5 of our members who put in incredible effort to go there and do the best at Ultimate Bluff Master. Before I come to that, let me first give a huge shout out to 2 of the open mic speakers. One was Toastmaster Abhik and one was Toastmaster Akshay. So let's give them a round of applause. Well done. I sure saw a very new side of Abhik that I didn't know of. So well done. And then we had Toastmaster Nivedita, Toastmaster Sayuj, Toastmaster Elango, Toastmaster Neville and Toastmaster Vishnu, who were the 5 participants from Bright Hearts. And to all the 5 of you, what an incredible effort. Very, very well done. I would honestly say the Ultimate Bluff Master has been a great experience for me, because what each of you brought out, you even had that side to you, was so nice to see the amount of effort you put in. One thing that was clear to me is once the contest season starts, and we have 4 contests this year, Bright Hearts is so ready for it, because we have incredible people who put in that effort. Now, let's not take away from the fact that we actually won the Ultimate Bluff Master, and actually Coco Das won. But the winner, of course, was Toastmaster Vishnu with his coconut. So Vishnu, I'd request you to come on. So I would say Vishnu, firstly, we all know Vishnu as that, Devsha rightly mentioned, he's got that whole energy and he's like powerhouse and he's inspiring. But for Vishnu to pull off Tall Tales in itself, Vishnu, what an incredible effort. The way you molded yourself to bring that best out that day was really nice. But we would all love to hear how your experience was. So you've got 1 minute. Oh, sorry, here.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Arundhati Basu, for that wonderful introduction for me. First of all, I would like to thank each and every Bright Heart who came in person to attend that meeting, and who those attended that meeting offline. And also my thanks to all those people who couldn't attend that as well, because there is a reason behind that, why I thank them. Because I literally got a lot of messages from people who didn't attend that. After watching that video, they came back to me wishing all the with all the compliments, and they were saying, "Oh, Vishnu, we didn't really know that, okay, you were having this side of a speaker." That's what really happened on that stage that day. When I nominated, I really didn't had any confidence to come on stage. I was literally doing a self-doubt on because I was never thinking like I can bring a humorous speech on stage. And there was one person who was working behind this, and that's the Queen of Bright Hearts. In one of my speech, I have told this. In Toastmasters, the mentors believe in us before we believe in ourselves. And that's what got reflected in Ultimate Bluff Masters. The mentor believed in me, made sure that I've got that skill to do this. And she literally did all those toning down, literally, to bring my voice down, bring that lighter tone with me. That's it. So thanks to you. Thanks to all the Bright Hearts. One thing, people who have attended Crescendo and the Glee Cup with me here, the one thing I've always requested the Bright Hearts members is that always keep our bar high with quality speeches. Let it be humorous, let it be tall tales, let it be on your prepared speeches. Make sure that your speech should be heard for Elango's son as well as your mother or grandmother. That should be the level which you should be keeping. And that's what we maintained in our Glee Cup, in our tall tales as well. To Bright Hearts, one thing what I want to say is, don't keep your self-doubt with yourself. Just go and talk to your mentors. They will bring the best version out of you. And come up with the best version out of you. Don't even care about if it's a tenured Toastmaster, if it's a great speaker who have already been winning. Don't care. Just go with your best version. And when you step out of the stage, be very happy about it. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Vishnu. That felt like another prepared speech. But no, honestly, how well said from the heart that, of course, Vishnu, great work done that day. And to all the 5 participants, I've seen their preparation, the challenges, their voice modulation, their character building. And like Vishnu rightly said, I think he was not the only one. Everyone here had a doubt when they would call and say, do you think they're capable of doing But what an amazing, my heart was full that day after Ultimate Bluff Master. Of course, immensely happy that we won. But more importantly, that all 5 of our contestants were top notch. They did such a fab job on this stage. So very, very well done. Really one big one for us to celebrate. Congratulations. All right. Rolling over quickly to the tradition of thank you. I haven't forgotten just because I was on leave 1 week. So today, the first person I would like to say thank you to is Toastmaster Twinshu. So let me give everybody a quick glimpse. So we all know that we missed Twinshu for a couple of weeks because he had gone to his hometown. But this boy here, during Brightiversary, spent so many hours, even though he was at home, he had family around, he continuously learned the PR work, supported Priyansh. Twinshu and Priyansh were just like the 2 little boys holding our PR flag high. And what a fab job. Twinshu, you really inspired me. He really showed that if you have the willingness to do something, you will never use any situation as an excuse. You will do it no matter what. Of course, we all know that Twinshu is such a fun-loving and pleasant personality to have in the club. But this time, Twinshu, you really inspired me. Thank you very much. Okay. The next person I want to thank this evening is Toastmaster Abhishek. And let me tell you a little bit about Abhishek. Abhishek is he's one of my favorite personalities. And I'll tell you why. Abhishek is that one person who never really says, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but he's doing so much. Abhishek is one person who's consistently delivers speeches. If you've seen Abhishek's track record, he's probably one of our most consistent speakers. He's also been there wherever he can as a Bright Heart. He has a family to manage, so sometimes he's juggling between housewarming and Bright Heart events. But Abhishek, your consistency, your effort, your willingness to contribute. Abhishek single-handedly sometimes managing our PR and yet coming up with new ideas to do more, right? So just that willingness, the spirit you bring, and the fact that Abhishek never gives up. On my worst days, if I think of someone like Abhishek, I think it remotivates me to go back and start doing things again. So Abhishek, thank you very much for everything you do for Bright Heart. We're incredibly proud to have you. Thank you. All right, last one for this evening, and the person I want to say thank you to is Toastmaster Abhik. Okay, now just in case all of you are thinking Abhik did a good rap and that's all. Of course, of that. It did inspire me that sometimes you can do different things. But what I absolutely learned from Abik from the journey, I think I've worked with Abik quite a bit because I've mentored him a couple of times. But what I've learned from Abik's journey is Abik's so sincere. He would prepare, he'd do demos, he'd put in all the effort if he is doing a role or anything. Even in Brighterversity, he would make sure that the tech never goes wrong. Whatever is needed, he'd prepare and be ready. So Abik, you've really taught me that when you've taken up something, when you've signed up for something, you've got to put in the effort no matter what you're doing. So thank you very much, Abik. Okay, now time for winner announcements for the meeting. Drum rolls. All right. Today in the... Did you just say something, Vishnu? The best auxiliary role player for this evening is Toastmaster Sarthak Das. Sarthak, what an amazing comeback. So Sarthak, firstly, we missed having you for a while, but we know you had reasons. I think Sarthak's forte is grammar. Sarthak's just incredibly good at it. The type of analysis he gives around grammar, the advices he gives, the observations you have is so good. And Sarthak today was no short of it. You even mentioned what irony means. That's the extent a grammarian can go to. So I think you've ignited the stage truly for yourself. And welcome back, Sarthak. Well done. Okay. Best evaluator for this evening is Toastmaster Vishnu Pradeep. Congratulations, Vishnu. Vishnu, well done on your evaluation. I mean, we all know that Vishnu is good at evaluations, but today what I felt is, firstly, Toastmaster Usha's speech was really nice. I personally really liked the speech, but it was also very technical. When you're evaluating a topic like communication styles, it's never easy. But Vishnu, I really liked the observations you brought on stage, the way you delivered, and the way you were absolutely not reluctant to give Usha the set of feedback that I know will help her in her future speeches. So very well done and many congratulations. Next, best role player for the evening, Toastmaster Vibha Vardhan. Congratulations, Vibha. We are all incredibly proud of Vibha today. That segment was fun. I had a lot of laugh. But let me tell you a little bit about Vibha because she really deserves it. Vibha was supposed to do this in pair. That is, there were two people who were supposed to do this segment, but unfortunately the other member couldn't make it. So she not only single-handedly took it upon her to do it, but Vibha is actually not keeping well today. So when I spoke to her in the morning, she said, no matter what, I'm coming. I've made up my mind. I will come there. And that's the type of commitment we need. So Vibha, very well deserved and many congratulations. And then finally, the best speaker for the evening, Toastmaster Ilango Krishnamurthy. Congratulations, Ilango. How well done. So, Ilango, let me tell you a little secret. Moral of this story, if your wife's in the story, you're the best. My God, what an enactment. This man's just a powerhouse, isn't it? But Ilango, congratulations. I've really seen Ilango grow from his icebreaker till this speech today because there was a story, there was his family, and there was just the right balance of body language, gesture, and voice, which I think Ilango's come a long way. We know Ilango's an expert in body language, but to know how much to do, I think you have really improved. And Ilango is probably one of the most sincere people and most humble people I've met in my life, and that reflects. Congratulations. Okay then, photo time. Whatever Abhishek says. No, Abhishek's not happy.
आपका हिंदी अच्छा हो क्या?
Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the winners. Many, many congratulations to all the winners today. I just leave with the last note. Like I said in the beginning, today was about celebrating our incredible men and saying a huge thank you to them. You know, sometimes on our toughest days, we are really cheered up because of people like you. As men, sometimes we may not tell you enough or you may not know, but you make an incredible difference in a woman's world. You absolutely do. And it's a blessing to have amazing men around us. So to all the men in the room, thank you very much for every small, big thing that you do every day so supportively and with so much heart. What I would just tell you is, sometimes you might think your efforts are BAU, mundane, but it really brightens up somebody else's world. So continue being the amazing you and give us every opportunity to celebrate all the wonderful things you do. And I can tell you, here at Bright Hearts, we surely will celebrate every single time. So like I said, I'd end with that if there are nice men in the world is indeed a nice place. Thank you. And on that note, I close this.